This is the Sahel region. Around 90% of its population are Muslims. Today, one unique practice for teaching the Holy Quran is the use of Aluwa, wooden tablets widely used across the Sahel. To see this tradition firsthand, we traveled to Kano, a historic city in northern Nigeria, and visited one of their madrassas. A madrassa is a school where they teach the kids to learn the Quran and Islamic values at a very young age. We're going to check out one of them, but you need to be aware that most madrassas here, they're in need of a lot of resources. So just be ready that this video of today is going to be a little bit more rough, and this displays the harsh reality that a lot of people here, a lot of children have to face in their daily life.
This madrassa is a very large madrassa that houses more than 1,000 students here. The nature of their practice here, or Islamic study, is actually spread across first of their morning classes around 4 a.m. in the morning. It will take them down to 8:30 a.m. in the morning, where they observe their morning prayer, and then the ulama will release these children for morning breakfast. Okay. She is the mother to the first ulama, and he passed on. She's a symbol.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and that's why you see them respecting her.
Yeah. Since most madrasas are free of charge, many parents send their children here, leaving their care in the hands of the ulamas.
It's actually been written in Warash, and they actually use a black ink to actually make this type of writing. Students are actually coming in the morning to recite the ayah and the surah that the ulama actually taught them. And the ulama has to make sure that those students actually incorporate, or rather encode, all the ayahs that they are being taught before they will be given a new verse of the Quran. They return around 12 for afternoon reading of the Holy Quran. And this will take them up to 3 o'clock. And they also have yet another 1 hour break, which they will return after Asri prayer, and this will take them up to 6 o'clock. And from 6 o'clock, they also have yet another 3 hours that will take them down after Isha'i prayer, which is around 8 o'clock, and they return back to the classes down to 12 a.m. or 11 p.m. At night. This is basically how this school study is actually being unfolded here.
Islam arrived in Kano in the 11th century through cultural exchange with merchants and scholars. Over time, it became an integral part of the community's way of life.
Chalkboard you are seeing there is a very easiest and fastest way for students to be able to encode what they are being taught. So as you can see, he actually requested for one of the board that you are seeing, and this is a writing that you can see. So this is Bismillahir Rahman. So this is how they taught people. Say it, let me hear. Okay, you can see he's saying Basim Mi'ara. So it's like a spelling. If you want to start learning like consonants and vowels, just as much as you know, if you really want to learn English very well, you need to learn the consonants and you need to learn the vowels. So these are the consonants and these are the vowels, the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So in this very particular school, they start with Ba, Sim, Mi'ara. Ba is more like B. Sin and Mi'ara, they are also letters. So this is how they usually start by teaching students. How do you now learn the consonants and how do you learn the vowels? So the writing that you are now seeing right now is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. But the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful, is being actually written in Arabic term. And the ulama will start teaching the student on how to even write Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, starting with individual letter. The Ba'un, the Sinun, the Mimun, the Alifun, the Lamun, and all that. So this is what is trying to say. For you to be able to learn the entire Quran, this is the beginning. So like he's saying that this is traditionally this is called Babaku, and this is what? Farfaru. So Babaku is more or less like for beginners. When you want to start learning how to recite the Holy Quran, or rather how to write the Holy Quran, you start with the Babaku. Babaku is a Hausa term meaning beginners. It's strictly meant for beginners, for people beginning learning how to write the Holy Quran and recite the Holy Quran. And this is the Farfaru. Babaku is more like a black, and Farfaru is more like a white. So when they say black, is more or less like for beginner, and the white is more or less for people who are actually comprehending the Holy Quran.
So the small kids, they just quit school and they're hanging around with us whilst they're showing me the area where the adults they're still teaching. I mean they're still learning right now. Oh, we're entering the masjid right here. Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum.
And this is also the board, the traditional board that they usually translate or write, copy everything in the Holy Quran to the board. Do you understand? And as you can see, he's memorizing the Holy Quran right now.
Okay.
This is the recitation process that is ongoing right now, reciting from the Holy Quran.
This all what you can see behind me is basically one classroom, and they are under the supervision of one single ulama, of one single teacher. How many students does he have in this room?
Akalla nan dai muna da inda kuka shigo dinnan za a samu kimanin mutum 1000.
In this segment, it houses minors, children between the age of 6 years to 17 years old. At this very particular class, it houses a total of 1,000 minor students. This is actually affecting their health. You can see there is not enough ventilation, and you can see that they don't even have mattresses. Most of them usually sleep bare floor. They are also sleeping here. This is where to get a fund, when you have a fund and you really want to impact on the lives of the needy, these people are actually dying here. They need a help and they need sadaqah to jariyah. They need fund. This could need to be established. They need to be taken care of. Their shelter, food, they lack food. No water, you can see the water here is very bad. The water is not hygiene. The food is very, very bad. They need to go out to source for food. You can see the ulamas, the economic situation in Nigeria is not actually friendly. The ulama do not have enough money or enough food items to feed a total of more than 5,000 students. Imagine during rainy season, how do they cope? Imagine a mosquito, malaria parasites, and look at how they are malnourished. And they are here trying to study the Holy Quran. So that is what exactly, even their toilets, their conveniences. So that is what they are actually saying, that their convenience is very bad, and that is why you see them having sort of urinary tract infection. They are suffering from infection, and that is why I am appealing that if possible, if we have relevant Islamic foundations, individuals, stakeholders that are really wanting to put sadaqah to jariyah, this is the place to put. And even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, in tansurullah yansurkum wa yusabbit aqdamakum. Please, I am actually appealing, we need help in this very particular school.
And for that reason, I created a fundraiser. You can find the link in the description box, and I also pinned it in the comment section. And remember, even a small amount can already make a great difference. For example, if you are about to donate €5, you can feed up to 10 kids with it, provide meals that will include bean cake and pap, which is something like a cereal yogurt. Or you can buy, for example, 3 mosquito nets, which will tackle potential malaria diseases. Anyways, you can leave your contact, whatever it's email or WhatsApp number, in the donation form, and I will reach back to you with the proofs of what we've donated, of where your donation went to. And yeah, may Allah give us what's best for us. And that being said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.